Can you take the championship from DNZ? This year, you can play our football pick'em on CBS Sports and compete against us in the option every week. Check the link in our Instagram bio, Fade Route Podcast, for all the details and to sign up. Then tune into the Fade Route every week until the Super Bowl for updates and standings. Bring it on.
Need some last-minute fantasy football advice? Then the boys at the Fade Route have you covered. Tune in every NFL Sunday to Red Light, Green Light 1, 2, 3 with DNZ. D and I give you our top 1, 2, 3 fantasy starts, or green lights, and fantasy sits, or red lights. That's Red Light, Green Light 1, 2, 3 every NFL Sunday during the season. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get the Fade Route. That's Red Light, Green Light 1, 2, 3 with DNZ. Every NFL Sunday during the season. Welcome everybody to Red Light, Green Light 1, 2, 3 with D and Z. I am Z, and here's how it goes. D and I are going to give you our top 1, 2, 3 fantasy starts or green lights, and our top 1, 2, 3 fantasy sits or red lights. We're going to start with our green lights first. Who are your green lights for Week 9D?
That's a damn good question. Where are my here are my green lights. Okay.
So many options.
Yeah, all right. So first off, I've got Rashid Rice versus the Miami Dolphins. Give him a ride. He's the best wide receiver on the Chiefs outside of Kelsey. He's putting up Olave-type numbers. Trust me, I know. The Dolphins game should be a high-scoring game, so I'd start with Rashid Rice. Next, this is a no-brainer. This is Jordan Addison versus Atlanta. Don't be afraid of the new quarterback because that's the only guy he's going to be throwing to. And get in on that Jordan Addison for Rookie of the Year, plus 1,600 right now. And then my last green light is Kareem Hunt playing against the Cardinals. This game should be over early if the Cards don't start Murray. And then Kareem should get it done. Expect 60 to 70 yards and a touchdown.
Solid. I'm going back to the well. Bijan Robinson against the Vikings. I think that, Arthur Smith had that brain fart not deactivating Bijan when he was injured, allegedly. Who knows? Sick, allegedly. Who knows? The running rumors that he was playing against the team with Bijan in fantasy. I like to take that one. That makes me smile. So I think he's going to have a get-right game, and he is going to ride all the way to victory. I'm taking the Rams against the Packers. Packers are just not good right now. The Packers are not good right now at all, and the Rams will feast on the yellow and green. Cheeseheads, beware. And my third green light. I'm going with it. Ja'Marr Chase against the Bills.
Okay.
It's kind of hard not to see that Russell Douglas is not Trey White. Russell Douglas is good. Trey White is better. I think that Ja'Marr Chase is going to have a day. He's going to get his targets. He's going to get his touchdowns, and he's going to be a very happy man. And so will the Bengals. Those are our green lights. Who are our red lights?
All right, so first up, I've got Geno Smith against the number 1 defense, the Baltimore Ravens. Geno's in the bottom 10 in fantasy quarterbacks, and this is not the week to count on him. Try to get somebody else to fill that spot. You can get a Baker Mayfield. I'd go with Baker if you can. Jordan Love versus the Rams. I love me some Jordan Love early in the year, but it's evident that he is not the future of the Green Bay Packers. He's likely to get his coach fired this week. And number 3, I'm going with the Jets D. I know they're number 7 team in fantasy with regards to defense, but the Chargers have a good offense, and they're gonna have a tough time embarrassing Justin Herbert this weekend.
Solid choices. I'm starting with the Chiefs defense. I'm starting with the Chiefs. As good as they are, they didn't look good last week, and now you have to go up against an arguably higher-powered offense in a neutral site. We'll see how that plays.
I see a very high scoring game on both sides. So sit the Chiefs if I were you. Number 2. I am sitting Daniel Jones against the Raiders. I wouldn't start Daniel Jones against the Raiders.
The guy I'm playing is starting Daniel Jones against the Raiders.
I don't know, man. I
hope you're right.
I expect the offense to take a step back. Like that's what we've seen from Tyrod Taylor to Daniel Jones. It's a major league step back, and
that's wild. That's a wild statement right there.
It's accurate. It's accurate.
It's wild.
We watch the games. We see it with our eyes, man. It looked fluid. It looked crisp. Like Taylor looked like he knew what he was doing. Jones never does. Jones absolutely never does. So I'm gonna park him on my fantasy bench. And my third one, I'm going back to this game. Sit the Bills defense. Might be good for some sacks, but I don't know. I don't know. The Bengals are moving it, man. The Bengals are starting to make that turn. They're starting to be who we thought they were, to quote the great Dennis Green. They are who we thought they were. And I don't know if the Bills are able to handle that without White and without Matt Milano. So that's too risky. Too risky for me. I'm sitting the Bills. Those are our green lights. Those are our red lights. What are yours? Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com, or slide in our DMs on IG at FadeRoutePodcast, or drop us a line on X at FadeRouteDNZ. It's time for us to run the go route again. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you like what you heard and want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Rate us 5 stars, leave us a review, turn on subscription notifications, and tell your friends. Spread the word, spread it wide.